Hey there, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the 90 Times Goal Planner. So full disclaimer, I did receive a copy of this planner for free in exchange for this review. However, I was going to purchase it anyway because this planner has a very different layout to most planners. I'm really bored with daily planners that just have a scheduling space and a to-do list, and weekly planners where it's just days of the week. There's no structure, there's nothing that's really goal setting focused. It's just open-ended boxes. And I want something structured, and then I found the 90 Times Goal Planner. So let's have a closer look. First things first, the size of the planner. It is about 5.75 inches wide by approximately 8 inches high. So portable size, a bit smaller than your standard planner, but a bit bigger than an A5 size. So it is quite thick because it is a daily planner, and because it's a bit thick, it is has got a little bit of weight to it. But because it's book bound, it does not weigh as much as, say, a spiral bound planner. So you could still take this with you and put it in your handbag. In terms of how thick it is, I'd say that's about 2 centimeters thick. Has an elastic band to keep it closed. And what I like about this one is because most of this style planner where it's like a hardcover, like that Forks leather style, they're usually just plain black and they're really boring and they just look like any generic notebook, and I really hate it. So at least this one, they have a nice gold foil with the name of the planner on the front. I really like black and gold, nice contrast. Okay, so this planner, you really, it's structured and it tells you what to do, which is a nice change. Rather than just leaving it open-ended and you're like, oh, what should I put where? This one has lots of structure. So it has a very detailed getting started guide of how to use each of the sections in the planner, and even how to fill out the pages with examples, which I always like. I wish more planners would do that. It gives you lots of ideas, even completely filled out the goals section to give you some ideas if you're like, what should I put here? And the main actions and ideas page, I'll show you the blank ones of these in a second. You've got your 30-day overview. So you get a monthly calendar, you get weekly planning space, and then you also get daily planning space as well. The planner is undated, so you can start planning at any time, which I much prefer because I'm someone that jumps around between various planners depending on what I'm doing. One planner might be better suited than another one, so I much prefer undated because I can stop and start using them any time and I don't feel like I've wasted any space. As you probably just noticed from these pages that I've flicked to, you get 2 pages per day to plan, which is heaps more than most. And instead of a pre-filled out section where it goes from like 6 a.m. till 9 p.m, which I always hate because I'm never up at 6 a.m, and it's like, no, that does not work for me. So this one just splits it into AM and PM, which I much prefer. Then I'm not feeling like I'm wasting any space, and I don't have to keep widening out over times, which drives me nuts after a while. So I'm liking this planner already. Okay, so you've got your 90 days, and they include this cool little calendar where you can tick off when you've done a day towards your goal. Okay, you've got your pie of wealth. So I like that this one is very like entrepreneur, I guess, like blog, side hustle, making your own money type thing. So if you need something that's like a business planner crossed with a goal planner, this one would be a good option. You've got this cute little pie graph where you can fill it out. I definitely agree with that. Need multiple income streams. Okay, then we go into the vision board. And instead of just a blank space where people go, vision, and I'm just like, really, that is a really poor effort. Like, why would you just put a whole blank page in here that just says vision? It's just kind of lazy. This one has a nice structured page, so ticking all the boxes so far. And then the goals section. So love this one because you can put 5 goals. Most people just have like one little tiny section. It's like, what's your goal? And I'm like, that's not enough space to fit anything. And this one has line writing space, which you can never have enough of because my writing is super crooked if I don't have lines, and you've got plenty of space to write as well. So you can map out what your goals are for the next 90 days, what will motivate you, so like what's your end result, what you need to do. This page is my favorite because it's like not just, okay, this is it, you actually are planning out how you're going to do it, and it's got a little section to put the due date in there, so love it. Or you could, if you had a team, you could put this as the goal and who it's going to be done by. Then you've got a like brainstorming space, and then you start with the first section, which is the 30-day overview. So there's lots of nice quotes throughout, and they're not like wishy-washy, airy-fairy type ones. They're decent ones, like motivating ones. And as you probably noticed, the aesthetics of this planner, everything is black and white, so gender neutral. It's not really feminine or girly. However, you could add some color with some colored pens. I used to avoid planners like this that were very simple black and white style because I thought they were boring. But now I actually prefer them because then I can add lots of different colors and color code, and it doesn't clash with the colors of the planner. It always looks good with anything because it's black and white. So you've got space to map out what you're going to do over the next 30 days. And then we go into the first week. Now this one is probably looking more like a traditional planner that you're used to, with the days of the week starting on Sunday. I'm not normally someone that goes for a vertical planner. However, this one I think I could work with because it is lined. So not enough vertical planners, in my opinion, include line writing space. Love that this one does. And you've got some space down the bottom to do some more planning. So given that it's still a small page size, I do think I could still fit a fair bit on this, even though it's vertical, because you've got this bottom section down the bottom. It's not just entire columns for each day. Now this is my favorite part of the whole planner. So much space to plan each day. Continues through with the action section. Got little spots to track your workflow or tick things off. AM and PM, so not pre-designated times if you're a night owl like I am, or if you're a super early bird person. You don't feel restricted or have to say no to a planner because it's got time slots that don't suit you. This one's open-ended with AM and PM. Then love this as well, more checklist space and lined note space. The whole thing is lined, which I absolutely love, and more quotes throughout. So it counts down, well I guess counts up the number of days, which I think more planners should do as well. They definitely need more of a goal focus like this one. Really like that it's already built in for you. And then we go, so you've got all your daily planning spaces for a week, space to add your own quote as well. And then you have a like review section. So I think I've mentioned this before, either in this video or in a couple of other planner reviews. I wish that more planners would include a goal review section. So I really like that this one does. Just something simple, just some space built in where you take the time to review what you've done, because not enough of them do that, and you sort of just get bogged down in the day-to-day and lose track of the bigger picture. This one has this built in, and it also has that countdown to when your 90 days are up. So same style as the other original goal settings page with aligned writing space, which I love. And then it starts again for the next week, and then the daily continued throughout. There is some nice quotes, quote pages, like full quote pages, and well as the smaller ones on each of the daily spread as well. So it does also have, I should point out, a built-in ribbon bookmark to keep track of where you're up to, and it also has these little markings on the side so you can find what page you're on easily as well. And some more quotes, and right at the very back, let's go to the back. Did some pen testing, show you that in a minute. Need to get to day 90. Alrighty, so day 90, and then it has this big goal review section at the back. So did you achieve it? What didn't you do? And what are you going to do in the future? Some line note-taking space. To be honest, I do wish that this was a bit more detailed. I like that they include it, but I do think it could have a bit more like questions or more space to review. And especially this one here could be a bit bigger as well. So good that they've included it, but probably could be a bit bigger. And then you go into the line pages at the back and the pen test that I did. So I don't know if it's showing up very well on camera, but the pages of this planner are yellow, and I really hate yellow paper because it tends to make the colors look a bit like funky than if it's against bright white paper, and it also seems to want to show bleed through and ghosting more obvious than bright white paper. As you can see, this one did not fare very well with a pen test. Highlighters showed through, the Mambi stamps, even some of the ballpoint pens the marker pens as always. So on the whole, the pen test did not turn out very well, which was a bit disappointing. I definitely prefer if this planner had white paper, which obviously didn't have any show through. Okay, and then at the very back, got some blank pages that are not lined if you need some more space. You get a built-in pocket folder, which is quite roomy, as you can see. You fit a fair bit in there. And it has that elastic band to keep everything closed. So because it only lasts for 90 days, you would have to purchase multiple of these if you wanted to use it for an entire year. Or you could use it how I'm going to, where if I have like a big goal, I'll use this probably in addition to another planner. So like have my blog planner separate and then have this one if I'm planning an e-course or some other like project. So maybe use this one in addition to a normal planner if you need a bit more space, or you want to keep it all separate, or if you've got a team, then you could use this one instead of just trying to keep everything on track with your personal stuff. So on the whole, I do quite like this planner. I like that there's lots and lots of goal focused stuff in here, and it does not have a boring traditional layout. Very functional, tick tick tick. I do like it, just wish the paper was better and that the pens did not bleed through. So I'll have a link in the description box below if you missed anything or you wanted to have a look at the pages. Again, without watching the whole video, the link will be below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more review videos. I usually do one each week. I'll see you in the next one.